Are your shoulders tight and stiff and you want to improve your shoulder range of motion? These are the 5 exercises that you need to do. I'm Dr. Clayton, and the second most important thing I want you to take out of this video is understanding that when your middle back is very stiff or rounded like this, you're not going to have any shoulder mobility. You have to work on trying to get the middle of your back to have more extension or thoracic mobility to have more shoulder mobility. Again, if you're rounded, you're going to get stuck. If you have that flexibility to go into extension through the middle of your back, not your lower back, it's going to drastically improve your shoulder range of motion. So how do you do that? Child pose is a great way to do that. You're going to open up your hips, hands are going to be out in front of you. As you sit back on your heels, stick your chest out. Do not let your back round. Stick that chest out and feel a really good mid-back stretch as you sit back. Go back and forth 8 times, really trying to stick that chest out as far as you can. If that's not intense enough for you, you can do it on the foam roller. You can have your hands here on the foam roller, roll your hands out and sit back on your heels. Once you get to this position, just let your chest fall. You should feel a great stretch through the middle of your back and even through your lats if you're using the foam roller. Give it a try. After you've worked on the mid-back mobility, you're going to apply traction to your shoulder. You're going to do that by grabbing a weight that is significantly heavy, not incredibly heavy, but you want to be able to row it. Okay, so what I want is for you to hang out in this position. Make sure you're not really rounded, just like the previous exercise. Otherwise, it's pointless to stretch out the middle of your back. Stick that chest out. Let that shoulder get a really good stretch. Apply that traction with that weight. Then after you hold that for 5 seconds, you're going to bring your elbow to your hip and squeeze your lat for 3 seconds. Hold that, then reach down to the ground. Make sure your chest is out and that you're not rounded. Hold that traction. Allow it to just really pull that shoulder, opening up that joint space, and then row. You're going to do 8 of these, making sure that you really squeeze that lat and that you don't pull up towards your chest. If you pull up towards your chest, you're going to increase that shoulder pain. Avoid it at all costs. The most important thing I want you to take out of this video is understanding that your shoulders are tight because they're lacking stability. The more stability you can create throughout your shoulders, the better your shoulders are going to feel. That is why I'm going to use a kettlebell in these next 3 exercises, because it's really going to force me to create stability. If you don't have a kettlebell, drop a comment down below. I'll give you some different exercises that you can do. But if you want to get the quickest results, use a kettlebell. You're going to start by laying on your back. You're going to do what's called a bottoms up kettlebell press. So you're going to be here and you're going to reach up towards the ceiling. Knees can be bent or straight, doesn't matter, but you're just going to come down as slow as you can and then press it up towards the ceiling. The important part of this exercise is making sure that you reach for the ceiling and get that shoulder blade to move. You're gonna go back and forth 5 times. You don't want a really easy weight that you can do 10 to 15 reps with. You want a difficult weight so it really makes you struggle. As you can see, that weight being upside down really makes it unstable, making me have to work on stability. This next exercise, you're gonna be in the same position as the kettlebell press, but one leg is gonna be straight. The leg that has the weight on that side is going to be bent. Your arm is going to be out at like a 90-degree angle. From here, you're going to push with this foot that the knee is bent with, and you're going to reach for the ceiling with the kettlebell. That should make you start to roll to your side. As you roll, you're going to reach for that ceiling, staring at the weight the whole time. Once you get onto your side, you can bring this leg over and set it on the ground. You want your knee and foot to be on the ground the entire time. It's really important you don't let yourself shrug once you're in this position. Reach for that ceiling, and then you're gonna roll back. Make sure you don't lose it. I almost lost it there. Again, reach for the ceiling, lift your head off the ground, roll to the side as much as you can, pushing with that foot, bring that leg up and over. Reach for the ceiling, stamp that ceiling with the kettlebell, and then roll back. This is gonna work on a ton of stability for your shoulder, giving you a lot more range of motion. Make sure you do 5 reps on both sides. Go as heavy as you possibly can. Give it a try. For the last exercise, you will need to drop the weight a little bit. What you're gonna do is you're gonna be in this lunge position, bring this kettlebell up to 90, or your arm up to 90 degrees, then you're gonna stand. It's really important you try to keep that 90 degrees the entire time and go back down. I don't want you shrugging your shoulder blades. Drive this elbow out as far as you can and stand up. This is gonna work on shoulder stability and core stability, connecting the two, giving you a lot more range of motion. You're gonna do 5 reps on both sides. If you look at this diagram, you can see that your serratus anterior is the muscle that's responsible for getting your shoulder blade or your shoulder to upwardly rotate. So if this muscle's weak, you're not gonna have as much range of motion, and It also is the main muscle responsible for upper body stability, and that's why these exercises focus on strengthening that muscle. So if you can create shoulder stability and work on thoracic mobility, your shoulder range of motion is going to dramatically improve. If you have any questions for me, drop a comment down below. I'd love to help you. Until next time, keep doing those bottom up kettlebell presses and have a great day.